against Duke. That was an OT thriller. Brennan O'Neill ending that one with a question mark dodge. They played them close. Denver is a very good team, as always, very well coached as Bill Tierney, one of the best in the business, as we're almost ready to get underway. Two of the best face-off guys we got here, Andrew Tyre and Stathakis for Denver facing off. We already get a violation. That's on Tyre. So Denver's going to start with possession. That's Stephen Avery starting. His ability to win the face. He's over 60% this year as he gets a clean win against Andrew Tyre. Denver going to be able to set up, going through X to Andrew. One of the best. Right now, Denver up 2-0 on faceoffs, and they go up 3. Stathakis owning Andrew Tyre right now. Stathakis keeps. We actually had a lot of discussions about goalie because Denver has been bouncing back and forth between their two guys in Jack Thompson and Kleban. Thompson has been a starter for a long time in Denver. And talking to Coach Tierney, Kleban has just been very good and has challenged for that spot. And talking to Metzbauer about Krieg, he said Krieg is that quick snap of the wrist. It's in the back of the net before you know it. Tyre and Stathakis back at the X. Battling back and forth. Right now, the ground ball battle going to Denver 4-2. Face-off battle as well. All tied up. Really get to see how important the wing play is with two good Fogos. Tyre adjusting to what Stathakis did on the first 3, winning at least 2 of them very clean. They're wrapped up, and they're going to finally blow a whistle, give the ball to Denver, as neither of those 2 Fogos wanted to give that up. In front. Shuffle the feet, but right there, Denver makes it a 3-2 game. And now Tyre winning it to himself, flicks it off to Tillman. Tillman pulls up. Marr passes it off. They're judging a lot based on score, but Coach Tierney felt they played great against Duke, but lost, and they played worse against Merrimack, but got the win there. So he's not trying to judge it based on the amount of goals or even if they come out on top, but how they played, because Duke obviously being a very good team in Division I college lacrosse this year, the weapons they have, being able to take them to overtime with a chance to win it, very impressive. Also, the first, looks like we have a switch for the Tar Heels. That's Kalos at the X to take on Stathakis. A lot of battling on the wings right now. Alec Sparrow, number 25 for Denver. And Coper Frankenheimer, 19, just passed it off. Pushing back and forth outside that scrum. Here's Golt's second quarter set to get started. George Kalos and Stathakis at the X. Stathakis has led the whole way, but he goes early. Kalos and Stathakis will head off. Tar Heels start the second. For North Carolina, back at the face-off X. Stathakis still there. Kalos taking a lot of the last few face-offs for North Carolina. Casey Wilson, the short stick for the Pioneers. Ryan Giles was on the other side. Now here's a rip from Wilson. Sticked away by Colin Krieg. Official says Denver had the backup. Denver, the team making the long trip to North Carolina. Short stick defensive middies, sometimes underrated in how important they are to lacrosse, this sport. I talked to Coach Bresci about it actually before the season. Connor Marr being highlighted by a lot of outlets as North Carolina's best player. He's a short stick defensive midi. That's not something you see a lot. Usually they're talking about an attackman, a midi. It's most often someone who is going to score goals. As we got twig snapped. Looks like that's English's. I have to get another March Madness. Goldsmith showing it right there. Buzzer beater goal to make it 6-5. Tar Heels down by 1. Tyre beats Stathakis. Goes straight to goal and a save from Kleben. He's staying hot from that first half. This entire game, Stathakis got the upper hand early. He's got 9 wins on 12 taken. Make that 10 on 13. So really Stathakis and Kalos will face off. Stathakis has owned the face-off X for most of this game. Kalos goes early. Stathakis gets the offense going. Denver was a man up for 3-1. They're 1-0 in the ACC right now. 11th ranked, 12th ranked in media poll. Face-off cleanly won by Stathakis. Tar Heels, Stathakis. Won by Tyre. Down the middle, makes the extra pass. Who else? Goldsmith, stopped by Kleben. Made it 6-5, and now North Carolina leading the second half. Three to 1 now. Turn it into an 8-7. Pioneers already played Duke in OT this year. They lost in that one. Brennan O'Neill getting the game winner. Mick Kelly gets the goal for the Pioneers. Face-off won by Stathakis. He's had a fantastic day at the dot. Stathakis carving through. Decides to pull it out. He's got Egan and Alec Stathakis. Both over 60% coming into this game. Stathakis has won the battle, but Tyre wins it forward when he needs to. Tillman with the ball. Gives it to Matten, the freshman, getting PT in a clutch situation. Highly touted.